Hello, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Happy Monday, guys.
Hello.
Joe here.
Kevin.
How about them Chiefs? All right. Sorry for you guys that don't watch football, but we where we come from, it's kind of a big deal that they won again.
Right.
Anyways, we're hopping into Schitt's Creek today, guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend.
Yes.
We certainly been waiting the last few episodes of the finale. And yeah, I don't really know what to expect going forward because the last few episodes have kind of been a curveball.
Yeah, there definitely been some misdirects. Like I was pretty sure that Moira was going to go back into her acting career because she's a hot commodity right now. But after the last episode, they made it seem like maybe that's not what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Certainly not on Sunrise Bay. Even though
Not on their terms.
right.
Yeah.
Although it was very nice to see Victor Garber and Saul Rubinek
That slap
showing it. Yeah. And, the scene with where they're showing the actual clip from Sunrise Bay.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you. I went back and looked, I think, twice over the weekend at Victor Garber at the end of that clip because he kind of leans around Moira and has a little awkward smile at the camera during the fade out. Then it was just you love watching a good actor really enjoy doing bad acting on a work. I love it so much. Yeah, not easy to do apparently. I remember Paul Thomas Anderson talking about Boogie Nights.
Yeah,
and they had those scenes, with the adult films, and he said Julianne Moore was incredible at bad acting, and he asked her how she did it, and she said all she spent the entire time doing the bad actor thing of wondering what to do with her hands, and said by just wondering what to do with their hands the whole time, she crushed the bad acting.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, it's amazing. Like an amazing actor could kind of struggle with that.
Yeah, it's like how do I do this badly?
And Victor Garber, I mean, he's not like an A-class A-lister, you know what I mean?
Not really, but he's a commodity. Yeah,
and I don't think I've ever seen him be like silly like that.
Right. Because I mean, he's done comedy before, but like in Legally Blonde, he was the heavy in the comedy, though. You know what I mean? He wasn't really
like a lawyer
fun role. Yeah, exactly. And he was slimy here too, but it was just he definitely a role he could just kind of relish and have fun with how slimy he was.
Well, it matches the tone,
for sure.
And we've seen Saul Rubinek who was also in the last episode. We've seen Saul Rubinek do that kind of before.
Sure.
Because even like in True Romance, he was way over the top.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just in Mrs. Maisel, he's a lot of fun in the few times he's shown up there.
I love seeing him when he pops up in something. I'm always like, "This is gonna be a great movie." Yeah, even when it's bad, I'm like,
"He's always a good sign." Well, I mean, he was like the one comedy part of Unforgiven, right? Which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
he was so good. Yeah, Beauchamp, he was so good. All right, guys, we do want to go ahead and welcome Casey, Brendan Falvey, Elvira, and Irish Eyes 21 to our Patreon group. Thanks so much for being here, guys. We're very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you'd mind hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show there, including Schitt's Creek, we're at least 4 episodes ahead, which means by the time you're seeing this on YouTube, we are done with Schitt's Creek, sadly.
Yeah.
It's definitely a world you don't want to leave.
No.
We're also watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive. You will have to sync and watch along on your own device or streaming service. Excuse me, hiccups. For copyright purposes, you will only see and hear us over on Patreon.
We should be like, smash that like button.
Right. And just a reminder, as soon as we're done with this, we're going to watch 3 of the Christopher Guest movies that heavily feture Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, the middle 3, really, of his 5 movies.
What do the names get? A Mighty Wind?
We're going to go in sequence. So Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, and A Mighty Wind.
And I'm excited for that.
Right. We've again, we're not doing Spinal Tap because I've seen it 12,000 times. Love it. And we're not going to do For Your Consideration because everyone says that's pretty missable.
We'll check it out in our own time.
Right. Yeah. All right. And then we will be going into Dairy Girls right after that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want a jokey bachelor party. Also, my t-shirt is missing the width.
Oh, no, I had yours custom made. You can all agree that putting me in charge of your joint bachelor party was a big mistake, right?
Joint bachelor party.
It's going to be great.
David sent me a 7-page email with the subject line, "The bachelor party of my dreams."
We will be happy with whatever you've planned, right, David? Yes.
We will all experience
Elegant night of
the
shots.
thrill of Elmdale's finest and only escape room.
That's fine. Appetizers, cocktails, shots.
I would do that. I'd go to that party. Yeah.
Yeah, that is Panic Room.
A fun group game where you're trapped in a room and you have to solve all these puzzles to get out.
You lost me at fun group game.
Well, escape rooms are awesome. Have you ever done one?
I've never done one, but they look like fun.
We had a really good escape room episode on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
No, I get it. It's just that a lot of people would have a really hard time saying no to that kind of work, especially when you spent the last 3 years talking about how badly you wanted to get out.
Say hello, ladies, to the new spokesperson of an international airline.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. Rose.
Voiceover work is every actor's dream.
Well, I'm glad you're
But
happy.
it's pretty lucrative for the time they put in.
Oh yeah.
Like Tom Hanks worked for 4 days on.
I was gonna say, how much money has Bradley Cooper made playing Rocket Raccoon?
Right.
Reaching out to some old business contacts about potentially investing in a motel franchise, and I got a very positive response today.
So what does this mean? More money?
Possibly.
Get to sell him on it first, yeah.
We'll have to take a meeting with him and, do a formal pitch.
Sure,
Yeah.
well, when's the meeting?
We don't actually have a meeting yet.
Ted gave this to me. It's like the one thing left of our relationship, and it's gone.
I would argue that you still have your memories. But here is one thing that'll make you feel good. My bachelor party tonight.
I'm pretty sure I told Stevie that I couldn't come. Or like I started sending her an email.
There's only space in this family for one unstable sibling, and I have held that title for a very long time. So you are going to have to get it together.
I'm like trying to get my business off the ground, but honestly, like how many people in this town need a publicist?
See, I do think she's going to leave town. Yeah, yeah.
Is it all right if I don't watch Panic Room with everyone tonight? Joe Foster
my
will
God.
screen it for me privately.
It's an escape room, followed
Joe
by a really
Foster.
sad reception, and everyone will be participating. Thank you so much.
Are you sure we can't move the bachelor party to the motel here? We can bring out some games and, escape from one room to the other. I need you manning the phones.
Take it easy, Johnny, okay? Not that it's gonna happen, but I'll come running when Ike Morrison calls.
You mean Mike Morrison called?
Yeah.
Well, give me the number.
Maybe this is why Roland shouldn't be in charge of phones.
Whenever you're ready, Moira, just start at the top and...
High energy.
Con brio, si. A deal so rare, it's Larriere.
It's a a radio commercial, man. Don't be a diva. Just do it. Yeah, yeah.
I made a terrible mistake, Alexis. Is this the lowest point of my life?
Okay, look who.
Is she going to do a Moira impression?
Try one of our in-flight meals, if you dare, at Larriere.
It kind of reminds me of Mrs. Maisel
A little bit, yeah.
when just do the
Oh, yeah, the radio commercials. Yeah.
politician's ad.
This will all go a lot smoother if we just accept the fact that this is something we have to do, and that Patrick, for some reason, thinks this is going to be fun.
Place all
I think so.
electronic devices inside the scientist lockbox.
Oh, no.
At your own risk.
By lucky break, assistant, show us the exit.
Oh, my God.
I'm also in the guild.
This is Rose. I'm sensing that you might be a little bit distracted, but unfortunately there is a time limit on us getting out of here.
Oh, she's second-guessing herself,
Yeah.
yeah.
So is Moira.
Yeah.
Really wouldn't read into this. Also, as stupid as this is, I'm now invested. It would have been a mistake to go.
Okay, go on.
Well, what were you gonna do? Follow another guy around the world?
Oh, okay. I missed that. You're right.
It says natural selection.
Oh my god!
I love that David's really into
There's
this
no
now.
key in here? There is no key in here.
That's just the first puzzle, David. It's a series of puzzles.
What?
Oh my god, this game is actually fun.
See, I told you.
You're only saying that because you got one right.
Oh, your time will come, David.
Please just give us the key.
I'm waiting on a call from my old assistant, and we may have a meeting to get an investor for the Rosebud Motel Group.
You can use my phone, John.
You still have your phone?
Oh, my
We
God.
all have our phones. What?
I didn't know he was Egyptian.
Try it in the door.
Johnny, it's Mike Morrison returning your call.
This is it.
Just read your proposal, and I think it's a solid idea, my friend.
Okay. That's actually really cool.
Now go enjoy those drinks.
Question. Do you take Roland to the meeting?
No.
I would say no.
Stay and watch the
You
bus.
stay and watch the hotel.
I think it might be time to let go of that succulent.
David, I'm starting to feel that I'm a lot like the plant.
I was tracking that metaphor.
Like maybe it's time I think about being somewhere else.
Yeah, I felt like of all of the four, she was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A bigger
she was the
pot to
one.
grow in.
That was great.
This is like a classic Schitt's Creek episode.
It was.
Within 20 minutes, they can fit so much in an episode. And
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's like, crammed
It
in.
wasn't forced. It wasn't rushed. But they did do a lot
Covered
here.
a lot of ground. From the beginning of Alexis being upset in her sweatpants
Right.
to Moira doing the recording booth, all the way down to the escape room, we covered so much ground,
Right.
and I'm just gonna miss that in a show.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest I can think of it is, I mean, obviously The Good Place does something similar in
Sure.
20 minutes, but it's really, really fun when you see a show so strong pull it off like that.
Yeah, and they executed the two big plot moves as we get to the end. They really needed to. One, Alexis leaving Schitt's Creek, I think, is inevitable at this point.
Oh yeah.
And obviously the potential big success of Rosebud Motels.
Sure.
I don't know what that means for Johnny as far as, do you stay in Schitt's Creek? If there's a big influx of money, and there would be with a big investor,
Yeah.
and you buy 20 or 30 hotels, whatever the plan's going to be, where do you go from there? You don't stay living in a motel when you're in your
What
motel.
if they all leave except for David?
That's a distinct possibility.
Honestly, I never
too.
thought of that, but I mean, like, think about it. He could be the only one that stays in Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, and I think he's the one most tethered to the town.
Sure.
So I think David is the one, because, which would be really poetic, right? Because remember, he's the one who ran away.
I was just
at the end of season 1 when they thought they were going to be able to leave the town, and he couldn't handle staying. He might be the one by the end that actually decides he needs to stay.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would.
It'd be really brilliant.
Because he wanted, as much as Moira, right? He was desperate to move to New York. I feel something like that. Right? Yeah, because he wanted Steve to move in with him.
Yeah.
As friends. And she wanted more. Man, we've come a long way.
Yeah, I can't believe that was the thing.
That was the thing, right? So yeah, David's the one that really felt like he needed to get out of town the most, and he's probably the one that's most definitely going to stay.
They haven't shown any signs of him wanting to leave yet.
Right.
I mean, especially now, like that last little conversation they had, he's kind of like shocked by her saying that, and I don't think he wants her to go, but at the same time, I think he wants what's best for his sister.
Yeah, but he definitely felt like he hadn't considered her leaving.
Yeah.
Like they were always going to be there.
Now, Johnny taking the meeting in New York doesn't mean that he's going to leave necessarily.
Sure.
But obviously it's gonna expand, so
right,
he can really go wherever. I mean, they can have a home base in Schitt's Creek, but
sure. What happens if they move to LA and Moira goes to work?
They could definitely do that. I mean, like, honestly, like if you open up Rosebud, like a franchise hotel thing, obviously you're going to have some in cities. So if they have one in LA, he can run it in LA. Moira can get back to Sunrise.
Well, I mean, if he's running a franchise group, he's not even going to be running the hotels day to day.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to be in a corporate office.
You have a home base somewhere,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The idea. I mean, I don't know if they're going to move to a city, but the idea is they could definitely leave Schitt's Creek, right? If you're gonna buy 30 motels, in a region, which is probably what it would be.
Yeah.
You can live anywhere in that region, really.
Really, yeah, and you don't have to stay in the same hotel room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm sure of is that they're going to move out of the hotel room.
Yeah.
Simply because you're now running and owning a very large motel chain. There's no reason to live in one of the motel rooms when you're doing that.
However, I do like on the show that we have not switched it up. They all still live in the same room.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
obviously David rooms with Patrick every once in a while, but I mean, like, they still stay. They
still stay there. Yeah. Obviously, David's going to be moving out, but probably still into Schitt's Creek with Patrick.
Yeah.
I guess if the decision, obviously at this point, if David's going to leave or not, would be a decision that's co-made by David and Patrick, right? If they were going to, because they're getting married. Sure. And so with their business there, I don't know, we don't know enough about Patrick to know if he has those same kind of ambitions to live in a bigger place like David's had in the past. So I don't know. Maybe Patrick's the one who says, let's get out of here. Let's move to wherever.
Go with the flow. I think whatever you want to do, David, let's go do it.
It's possible.
He's always the chill one.
Yeah, he's definitely generally more chill, although we've had a lot of fun with seeing there are plenty of times that he's not about certain things, kind of depending on whatever he's feeling passionate about at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think that David is probably the most likely to remain in Schitt's Creek for sure.
Yeah. Do we have 2 episodes left or one more?
This was 11, so probably 2.
Probably 2.
Yeah.
Let's just look real fast because I don't want to go in next week blind.
Right.
And be like, all right, this is second to last episode.
Well, we still have to do the whole wedding.
I know that's what
we have to wrap up the show. I'd be really surprised if they did all of that in one episode.
Let's see. This is season 6. Season 6. Here we go. Let's see. It has 14 episodes.
Okay, so we still have 3 left.
Yeah,
I mean that makes sense. It'd feel really abrupt if they were near the ending here. We have a lot to settle with the cast. That I very much look forward to it. Gonna kind of treasure these last 3, and this is a show I'm definitely gonna go back and binge almost immediately after we're done doing it.
I started season 1 again.
Yeah. Oh, you did already?
I did start season 1, yeah.
I'm waiting until I'm done, so I have no pressure as far as how fast to go or where to stop.
It's a great background show.
Oh, it is absolutely. This is definitely a comfort show.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you on the next one, guys.
See ya.